Hello friends, hello and welcome. Welcome to this amazing and wonderful show for tonight. It is the Personal Power Wellness Life Coaching segment and we're in the kitchen of love, light, and life. So thank you for joining me. I'm Jennifer from Personal Power Life Coaching and I'm super excited because we are here in the kitchen of wellness and we're creating the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie. And I've made this video before a few times, but each time it's different. So this is the moment that counts and this is the right place to be. So the reason to remove heavy metals from our body is because we have them that are accumulated in our brain and in our organism over the years from everyday exposure to environmental toxins, the water we drink, even if it's purified. Still, the levels in the waters today, we just can't really be sure nowadays what's in our water. We hope for the best, we pray over it, we do the best we can, making the best decisions possible with whatever resources we have. But again, everything is not 100% bulletproof, and we're not bulletproof to 100% levels, which is why there is always a way to counteract any of the adverse conditions that we are exposed to. And again, these environmental toxins and heavy metals come from when we were a baby, maybe in our mother's womb, and she was exposed to them from asbestos, from painting, from lead, from water that we drink, from the air that we breathe, from mold and toxins and air pollutants that are in air vents, in new and old apartments, in housing units, in apartment buildings, in your workplace, in the AC, the air ducts. So you can obviously see how this happens. And of course in our food, in all foods really, but of course to varying levels. And that's why we try to veer towards the more natural, whole foods, and especially organic as much as we can. And if it's not feasible to go organic completely, which I can't do myself all the time, but making the best decisions possible when we can. So again, working within your budget. So then for tonight, I am making my new batch of the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie that was created or pioneered by Anthony William, the medical medium, and I'm a big fan of him and his work, and I actually have 2 of his books, so I'm learning a lot. And it's not that he has all the answers and he's the only go-to. I do a lot of research across many references, but he's someone that I've been turning to again and again over the past 2.5 years, and I've had really positive results overall. So in other words, I really like his content and the way he presents it, and something just resonates with me. So the question for you is to choose, or not question, but for you individually, you want to go with the teachers, the healers, the informers of the world that resonate with your truth, with your life experience, with your path, and your unique life purpose and beingness. Okay, so I'm very excited for everyone joining live. Welcome, welcome. And I'm super glad that you can be present for our Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie, because I'm sure you would want to remove heavy metals if you knew how and if you knew why it matters. And we know it matters because we don't want heavy metals accumulating in our body for the rest of our lives on an increasing basis. If we have had them in our body already to the point, whatever levels they're at right now, fine, so be it, but we can work towards improvement starting now. So that's what we're doing, and we're using our intelligence, we're using our decision-making power and your preference to decide what you want for your health and your life, in as much as you have that capacity to decide. So we are going to go ahead and get this party started. So the first core ingredient that we have here is cilantro, and I also love to add parsley because parsley is a fantastic herb. I love the taste of it, I love the smell of it, it is just phenomenal. and it is also extremely powerful to cleanse the liver. So I am sure to consume parsley on a weekly basis. So with our parsley and celery freshly washed, we're going to add these components to our Vitamix. And you can work, and you will work with whatever blender is suitable for you. Now I'm just gonna grab one of my best knives. This one is really nice and sharp, and it's small, so it's easy to handle. And I also had washed some dill weed. And dill weed I really love because of the flavor, the taste of it, and the aroma is just lovely. But in terms of the original Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie, we are working with cilantro or coriander. Now, I like to put it in first at the bottom because the herbs will mix a little bit more, and they tend to become voluminous. So I want to make sure to get in as many as possible. And then the next ingredient is going to be wild blueberries, frozen wild blueberries, and the brand I'm working with today is Wyman's. So we have it here, Wyman's frozen wild blueberries. So you want to get that into your amazing blender. And that was approximately, I shall tell you in a bit. So that was approximately maybe a cup. I think that was 1 serving worth of frozen wild blueberries. Next up is going to be Barley Grass Juice Powder. And this is the brand that is available here locally in Dubai. So I have just about enough for this particular smoothie here. So I'm just going to finish that up. It was already kind of dried up, so interesting. And next up is going to be our spirulina. Spirulina. I'm working with this brand, Spirulina powder. And for my smoothies, I like to add 1 tablespoon because it lasts me for about 2.5 or just 2 days. So I like that amount. So we have, that was 1 tablespoon, but you can make it 2 tablespoons. And this brand is raw organic. It's from the brand Bare Organics, and it's a raw organic spirulina powder. So that's that. So far we've got 4 ingredients. And the 5th one is going to be Dulse. And this is a wild Atlantic Sea Vegetable. And it is from Maine Coast Sea Vegetables brand. I love this brand. These are actually flakes, and I enjoy putting them in my food. I have the flake versions that can be, they can be sprinkled on your food. And what I like about this particular bag is that you can reuse the bag. So for tonight's, I am adding 2 servings, which is 14 grams. And the strength of the nutrients is that it has vitamin B12, it has iron, iodine, 780% iodine, which is excellent for your thyroid. However, you want to make sure that your levels are balanced. So it's not about overdosing ourselves with anything, because when we go over the balance, then that also has negative consequences too. So we want to stay in balance, and you want to work according to what levels you're at already. So we're adding the Dulse, in that goes, and I'm going to add some more of the leaves. Especially, we want to make sure that we get in our cilantro. And I just love cilantro. And I realize that nowadays, if I don't have my smoothie, I really miss it. And it definitely has to be a green smoothie. So once you get started, it may be hard in the beginning because you're not used to juicing, you're not used to blending, you're not used to washing your raw vegetables, and it becomes kind of annoying perhaps, but the more you do it, the better it gets, and the more streamlined things come. And I'm gonna add another powder, which is Moringa powder. Moringa powder from Organic Traditions. I love Moringa powder because it is an amazing source of calcium as well. And calcium is excellent for our bones, and it's from a plant source, which means that it'll be absorbed into the body and it won't accumulate in your bones as calcification deposits. And that's something that's really key, because actually the calcium that people consume from dairy is not actually absorbed in our bones. It actually ends up in the arteries and it hardens, and that's what results in hardening arteries and calcification. So we want to avoid that completely by having plant-based sources. And one more ingredient, I'm going to add Chaga mushroom powder from the brand Organic Mushroom Nutrition. And I like Chaga because of its antioxidant load. Well, this one is anti-aging, but it's not really why I chose it. It's more for the health benefits of it, and particularly that it's a fermented item and that it is beneficial for the liver. And so we're gonna take 1 tablespoon of Chaga mushroom, and we're gonna seal it up. So you don't have to add all these things because it depends on what you have available to you. This is just some leftover parsley, and below that I have some kale, but pretty much I got all the cilantro in there, which is what really, really matters. And we're gonna move that out of the way. So almost there. And finally, I'm going to add ginger. Now this is about 12 grams of ginger. Ginger is excellent for your digestion, anti-inflammatory for your joints, and also excellent for soothing any kind of nausea. And I have here some, just looking to see if I had any other ingredients. I have here some local dates. So I had washed some dates, and so I'm going to actually just add 1 or a couple of dates without the pits. You want to make sure to get those out, because if we put those inside, well, the machine will not be a happy camper. I'm going to choose the harder ones because those will be, and these are really good dates. And dates are a great source of potassium, of fiber. They're a natural energy source. They are fibrous, so they'll be digested happily by your body. And they are just phenomenal. I just love dates. I don't overdo it because it is a strong sugar source, a natural sugar, but it's still a sugar. So again, we want to balance our greens with the fruits or the sugars, the natural sugars, not artificial, processed or brown sugars, not white sugar for sure, not cane sugar, not beet sugar. So, and I'm gonna add in lemon juice. This is just pressing it here. All right, I love lemon, but tonight I didn't quite have the occasion to peel off the outer layer. So at least I'm getting some of the juice here. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to add turmeric. This is turmeric roots, as you can see here. These are about 4 small little fingers, and I shall tell you how many grams that is in case you wish to be precise. We're going to drop that into the scale. It seems like it's 20 grams, 20 to 22 grams of turmeric. And awesome. So it seems like we've got all of our ingredients set up, ready to fly. And I'm going to add some wonderful water, of course. So I'm doing this in the evening, and it is for work tomorrow because it really helps me to stay with good digestion. It helps me to stay sort of aligned with my health goals and just feel good internally. And that's what's important, is for you to feel good internally. So do more of those things that help you to do that. And also notice that I did not add any fats to this. And that's because I want to ensure that it's a non-fat smoothie so that the ingredients are totally and easily assimilated by my body and that there's no complication in the digestion, because when you add fats to any meal, it makes it more difficult for the body to digest. You need more bile, more liver action, more pancreas, more gallbladder, and that takes more energy and more intensity from your body. So we want to keep it as simple as possible by not including fats in this particular smoothie, okay? Keep it as it is. You can add the other ingredients as I mentioned, but not the almond butter, no coconut oil, no coconut butter, no nut butters, no protein powders that are like high in fat. Trying to just keep it as simple with vegetables and fruits and relying mostly on the 5 core ingredients if you're strapped for time. So let's get it going. Yeah, and this one can be quite dirty, so make sure you tap it on really well. Work tomorrow and the day after. So I'm really glad that we can share it together. I hope that you can make it for yourself. I'm going to put that to the side. I like to make it as smooth as possible, and I think that that is definitely a good amount. It's not too thick at all, and I can certainly taste the turmeric. And what I'm doing now is I'm getting my containers because, as I said, and you can use this as a practice round for yourself for going to work. You can imagine that you're making it for going to work as well. So what I do is I set up my scale, the scale of justice. So check this out. So that is pretty fantastic. So this is what we've got. Yeah, nice. And this one came out quite liquidy, I must say. So let's see, because I actually really like it when it's nice and thick, and I always can chew a bit of it, but that's what we've got. Yep, there you go. Nice. And this is going to make about 15 ounces. There it is. Let's check the ounces. And yeah, 14 and a half. So it seems like it's quite foamy. And taking into the next one, so you cap your bottle, get yourself some glass jars and enjoy that, because that way you have your steady supply of vessels to transport your magical ingredients. So here we are. We're taking in the new batch, the next one. This is the other. So this is why it's helpful if you make a big batch. You'll have some left over. Wow, so that looks really cool. So this is probably, wow, so that is 16 ounces exactly. The first one was like 14 and a half. This one is 16.15 ounces. I'm going to put that to the side. And the last one looks like it's more like 8 ounces. Look at that. So it comes out really dark. I was even thinking of adding black activated charcoal to the recipe. And that one is also good for cleansing the heavy metals from our body. But I haven't bought some yet, so I am going to hold off for now on charcoal, but I have used charcoal in the past. And the final bit, awesome. And if you have a bigger blender, then you would have capacity for a lot more ingredients, more water, bigger batch. 5.4 ounces. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's it. Now bear in mind, turmeric is a strong herb, spice, root, and you will probably want to start small with the turmeric if you've never tried it before. But this is what we've got. This is our heavy metal detox smoothie, and it is dark, as you can see. Let me bring you in a little bit closer there. I don't know if you can see that, but that is pretty much, that is it. This is our creation, the heavy metal detox smoothie. And again, the recipe comes from the medical medium Anthony William, using 5 core ingredients, and then I added my own flair with Moringo powder, Chaga mushroom powder. I added ginger root, turmeric root, 3 dates, and some lemon juice from fresh lemon that I pressed. And that was pretty much it. All right, so that's it. Give it a shot. Remove heavy metals from your body. Take it to work, pack it up, put it in a nice glass container. You won't regret it. You'll only enjoy it. And to make it really awesome, for sure that you'll know you'll enjoy, to the 5 basic ingredients, you can just add a nice ripe banana and orange juice that you make at home, freshly juiced, or you can, instead of water, use coconut water. Okay, so loads of tips, loads of possibilities. Do what works for you, and just make it happen, make it work, and take action. You know, do what works for your health, because when you take care of your health, you begin to think better, you begin to see the truth, you begin to realize what really matters, and you face some more difficult truths that before you couldn't face, and you take it from there one step at a time, and you begin to see the beauty and the truth of who you really are and what your body's capable of when you give it the right fuel, the right nutrition, the right ingredients, starting with the most important element, which is love and caring, attention, affection, and appreciation. Appreciation to your cells, to your body, and to your own intention and energy and beingness, okay? It starts with you. You are the magic, you are the source, and you are the creator. And you always have source energy, but up and above and behind you and within you, to guide you, to have the wisdom to know exactly what to do and when to do it. And remember, you're always in the right place at the right time, and you are exactly where you intended to be. You're exactly where you intended to be, and everything is working out right on track. Okay? So thank you for joining. We've made our fantastic smoothie to remove heavy metals. Let's keep removing those heavy metals and allow more space in your body. for more joy and positivity and awesomeness, which is you. So thank you for visiting and joining tonight's Personal Power Show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, share it, save it, and just enjoy it. Whatever you can take from it, that is wonderful. And I will see you again very soon. And if you have any questions or anything at all that you want to mention or a question on future videos, let me know, and that will go into the ether of creation here in the PPLC kitchen. So take care. God bless you always, and see you soon. Bye for now, and let me know if you try this recipe out and if you want to know where to get the ingredients. Alrighty, over and out. See you soon, friends. From Jen. Bye-bye and namaste.